Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to get an ombre effect using fabric dyes that are available to you at home and some other things that you probably have around. Now, as you can see, I've partially constructed my garment. That's why it looks a little odd. I did all the vertical seams, and I did that because I want the motif to sort of cross the seams, and it's just easier to do that if you construct it a little bit first. But I also need to lay it out flat, so I didn't want to completely construct it. Now, what I'm going to have is here near the waist, it's going to be very, very dark, and then it's going to get lighter to about here, and the dye will completely end by about here. Some things I'm going to use, these are, the chemicals are all the same chemicals you would use for tie-dye, and the technique is really similar to tie-dye. I took my garment and I soaked it in a solution of soda ash and water. Here's my soda ash that I used. And then I made a solution using urea, which it looks like this. It's like little pellets. And some dye. I used Procyon dyes from Dharma. The color I was going for is sort of a neutral, very dark gray, nearly black. I didn't have any gray dye around, and I didn't want to wait for a shipment, but I did have this color called deep purple, and color mixing rules apply with these dyes, so I added a bit of lemon yellow, and I'm hoping that with that, since purple and yellow are opposite one another on the color wheel, the purple color would be neutralized a bit and it would be a bit gray. But when I dye, I just find that the color usually doesn't come out exactly the way I'd pictured, but it winds up being something I like anyway, so I don't worry too much about it. Now, after I mixed up the dye, I put it in a spray bottle. It's just a normal household spray bottle that some chemical or other was in. So I have my garment that's been soaked in soda ash. I'm doing this outside, it's messy. So I'm going to start spraying the dye on. Remember, everything has to be pretty flat, and I'm starting at the waist. I'm just going to flatten it out a bit to get the spray on. I'm going to flatten it out at the pockets too. See, I missed that bit? Making sure the center fronts are going to line up. Always important to have everything meet at the center front. I'm going to turn around and do it from the other side. Again, flatten everything out. So that looks like about what I want. Let me just make sure. So there's a little crease that I missed. So pockets. It's January, so it's cold here in the northeastern US, so I'm wearing some warm clothes. Okay, I think it's ready. Now, I'll wrap it in plastic, and, oh, my plastic's inside, hold on. Plastic. to let any of the dyed parts touch any of the other dyed parts. Not a huge big deal if they do. Okay, so actually put this bit onto this bit. Another plastic bag. Again, good enough. This mess here, that's why I do it outside. Now I'm going to put it in a warm place for 24 hours. And then I'm going to wash it in Synthropol and it should be done. I'm going to put a link in the comments to my blog. And so if you need some information about the chemicals I used, it'll be there. Now if you're outside the US, you're not going to be able to get these same chemicals, so you'll have to get a little creative. Thanks for watching. Bye.